Hi everyone! It's the StarkidPodcast episode 13 with Emily and Emily.
Hello again.
Yep, we're here to talk about, we actually got news on tickets and stuff for the shows this summer, so we're very excited about that. And we're supposed to get a video about ticket info, like I think when they're going to be sold and probably how much. Later tonight, they said. But you know, with StarkID, it's probably going to be next week. Who knows?
Or
And
like 2 a.m.
yep, it'll be tomorrow. And Emily's going to talk about the Let's Glow Britain project that they're trying to get going. And we're going to talk about Airport for Perks. So, let's do this thing.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do this thing. Okay, so today, StarkID released exactly what would be playing each day during the summer season, July 3rd through August 10th. And so they're having every weekend except the first weekend, I think, and LeakyCon and G4 weekends. They're having in the afternoon is Oregon Trail, and then in the evening is Annie. They're alternating, but during the first week, Annie's Oregon Trail's playing on Saturday, and then Annie's playing on Sunday. But then the second week, Saturday at noon is Annie, and then Saturday in the evening is Oregon Trail. So, but the week of G4, they're doing an Annie they're doing the just the StarkID parody. I mean the Star Wars parody, the StarkID parody. Yep, they're doing a StarkID parody.
That famous StarkID parody.
Can you imagine? Oh my God, parodying themselves.
Could you imagine someone else parodying StarkID?
Oh Lord.
Just gonna put that out there.
But yeah, so that week it's during G4. So it's just the Star Wars parody, except on Wednesday they're doing Trail to Oregon. But then, when does G4 actually start? Does it start Thursday or Friday?
18th of July.
Yeah, Friday.
18th
Okay,
to
so it's Friday.
The 21st. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it starts. Yeah, so they're just that So they're just doing Annie that week, and then the week after
we're stealing them.
Yeah, because that's when all the boys will be gone. And then week 4 is...
Yeah, we're kidnapping them for London.
Mm-hmm.
And London!
And then week 4 they're going back to alternating, and then week 5 is when LeakyCon is, and they're just doing Trail to Oregon. And then week 6 is their last week, and they're alternating again. So, and they gave more info on the season pass thing, and you get tickets to both the shows, and they say you're gonna get perks like merch and special access opportunities. So Em and I are thinking maybe backstage or meet and greet or something of that sort. Probably.
Probably, yeah. Unfortunately, not their firstborns, like the guy suggested.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll get more ticket info tonight. That would be awesome, because I need to know if I can actually go. And
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, we think that Em and I think that the season pass thing is only it'll probably be at the most $150, because most of their shows, not VIP, it's $30 at the most to get in just to that show. So you do 30, so that's $60, and then $90 for the rest of whatever they're doing.
Seems reasonable.
It does, but it's so much money that I can't spend.
Let's all take out mortgages for the StarkID summer season.
Oh, mother of God. I know. And then Jim Povolo had to do his frickin' like, Kickstarter. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Jim. You missed Kickstarter Starkid season last year.
yeah. And Devon has one too, doesn't she?
Yeah, but it's
They're
not a
running at the same
Kickstarter.
time.
It's not
But
a Kickstarter, though.
it's like a
It's
money raiser type
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
And
just trying to
then
say it's not on, like, the website Kickstarter.
yeah.
It's, like, on Indiegogo, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the one we have to use too.
Yeah. Hers is for
Have to
her
use.
show, Postgrad, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yep,
Jim's
yep.
is for a comedy show.
And they're like running at the same time though, so money.
Oh, both of them are gonna be running at the same time?
Yeah, like they're both trying to raise money at the same
Oh,
time
I thought
right
you meant,
now,
like, their
so
shows when they actually do them. I was like, what?
I don't know. I just not trying to like all raise money at the same time. And then we're trying to raise money too for Let's Play Britain. Everyone's trying to raise money.
I
Yeah.
know, everyone, I know. It's like last year when it was like Jamie's Kickstarter, then Dylan's Kickstarter, then Twisted, then Judas. It was all over last.
And then
No,
Craig the
Dylan's was
Genie.
last, but whatever. And then Craig the Genie. And Craig the Genie almost didn't get funded.
I
I can't
literally
believe
put
it
in
actually
like the
got funded.
last
Like,
of my money into Craig the Genie.
I was literally shocked that it got funded. I'm sorry. I was literally shocked.
Yeah.
Because they literally
I
had like
honestly
ten
didn't
thousand
think it
dollars
was
to
gonna
get.
make it.
They thought, didn't they have like so much money in like the last day to get? I forget. They had a bunch.
Yeah. And then they got it all and I was just like gobsmacked. I was like, how did you do that?
Mhm. I know. I was like,
But yeah.
I know. And like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In my
So
defense, though, Let's Glow Britain did start raising money before anyone else tried
yeah,
to
you guys
start
have been
raising
doing it for a
money.
while. Yes.
Yeah.
So
We've been doing it since like February.
Emily's gonna talk to you guys about Let's Go Britain, which is a campaign to get the Glow Girls to do a get together, I guess, of the. I'm not really sure
Yeah.
what the Glow
Yeah,
thing is actually.
we want them to do a live event over here in Britain, hence the name. Yeah. um, yeah. So we want to run a live event over here with them, obviously, because I don't think it would be like a proper go event without them. So we
Mhm.
have quite a lot of money to raise to do that because we have to fly all four of them over here and house them and feed them and then pay for venue and pay for appearance fee. And it all adds up slowly. It's all very adult and intimidating.
Mhm.
But we've been fundraising, like I said, since about February, I think, because we've been talking about it since the new year, and then in February we were like, if we're gonna do this, we got to start now because we have a lot of money to raise if we want to make this happen at the end of the year. So we've done one Indiegogo where we raised about £1,500 altogether with a ton of other stuff we did on the side as well as the Indiegogo. And we've got our second one that's still running at the moment till the first weekend in June, I think. And
Mhm.
we had an aim to raise another 1,500 quid if we could, but it's not looking promising right now. But we've got a lot of plans to add some like fun stuff into more rewards in and stuff, and hopefully some stuff involving the Glow Girls, and we're just trying really hard to get people interested in our event.
What
And yeah, we're working
do
on
you
a live
wanna
event as well, so
do
like
you
a
wanna
live.
explain what the Glow thing is?
Yeah, I can try. They explain it really well on their website, so I don't know if I'll explain it quite as well. But it's like all about encouraging like community and self-confidence and kind of empowerment to women and girls.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it's such a competition to be a girl, like in this age. Like
Mhm.
you're
Mhm.
constantly like looking out at other girls like, oh, they're prettier than me, they're skinnier than me, they're more talented than me. No one. has any interest in me because I'm not them. And I feel like it's become so much of a competition, and it shouldn't be,
Mhm.
because we should be supporting each other and encouraging each other to be the best that we can be, not putting each other down. And it's all very mean girls right now. Everything I'm saying is very mean girls. It's like, guys, let's all just be friends. Um, but Glow is something that's very close to my heart. I strongly believe in what they do and their cause, and I would love to bring that over to England and just see them impact all the girls over here that would attend the event and change all these girls' lives. And I just love one day to be able to sit back and be like, I made that happen. Like,
Mhm.
not in a big-headed way, but just in a like, I actually did something to make these people's lives better by making this event happen. And I'd
Mhm.
love to be able to say that. That would be a very big achievement for me. And that's why I try so hard to get people to donate to us so we can make this happen.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a good cause and stuff, and I've been wanting to go to a Glow event. They had one in Ann Arbor like a couple weeks ago or a month ago or something, and I really wanted to go, but there was just like no way. It was like so close to the end of my exams, and I mean to like when my exams were going to be happening. And but I really like their message, and I'm really hoping that you guys can, get the money you need, because it sounds really cool, and I know that there's some Australian Star Kids trying to do that too.
Yes, they've just kicked off their fundraising, and I wish them the best of luck. It's a lot harder than it looks. You
Mhm.
think that
And
you
it's
people
definitely going to be
probably think
harder for
that we're
Australia.
yeah. People probably look at us and they're like seeing that we're not getting any more money, and they're like, oh, clearly they're not trying very hard. But we are trying so hard. It is much
I know.
harder than it looks to get people to part with money.
I know. You are so funny. Like every time, it's like I've watched like I was watching your like staying up for 24 hours.
Oh
It was so funny.
no. I can't believe how many crazy things we have done already. Like, we're only a couple of months into fundraising, and we've already done like the 24-hour live stream, which was just horrific. I don't even know how we got through that. And then I somehow got through that 26-hour walkathon. It's like, oh, I just don't understand how we are functioning people in society at the moment, because we should just be like curled up in bed. Like,
I know. It's so funny. Just like they, you watched all the Star Kid things. That's what you're doing, right? For your
yeah, I
walk thing.
watched all the shows and the sketch shows and the tour DVDs all in a row. It took 26 hours, and I was walking the whole time on a treadmill.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I think I had to stop. I had to stop every hour for 5 minutes to stretch out my legs, because they were otherwise they'd like seize up. But for the first 5 or 6 hours straight, I was just walking completely, and then after that, I had to like stretch out every hour. But I
Mhm.
didn't stop. I literally kept going, and my friend was cooking me food, and then I'd eat the food on the treadmill while I was walking. And
How
like
did
the only
wait? So
time
you
I
had to
got off
stop
the
to go to the
treadmill was to
bathroom, right?
pee. Yeah, I think I had like 3 pee breaks actually. I don't even know how. Cause like I should have
Uh,
had to pee more than that. But I only peed like 3 times, so and it was horrific. I do not recommend it at all for anyone. It sounds like a good idea, and I am proud of for having that achievement. But I kid you not, from hour 10 onwards, I was dosed up on painkillers because my ankles had swollen up like this, and yet I still kept going.
oh my god. You're a beast. You are a beast.
I'm very proud of myself, to be honest. I don't know how I did it. And for like the first hour after I finished, I was still dosed up on painkillers. So I was like
Mhm.
led there, so my legs, like, I am not in pain right now, but I
Mhm.
know the pain is coming, and I am terrified.
I
And then it
know
like
the pain
hit
is good.
me, like, yeah, I was like, oh, I was so dramatic as well. Like, my friend and my mum was out with me, and I was just like, I know it's coming, and I'm so scared. I'm just terrified. I know the pain's coming. And then we were stood in the kitchen and make dinner, and it just hit me all of a sudden, and I was like, guys, I think I'm gonna have to go and sit down. So I like hobbled out of the room and like sat on the couch with my legs up, and I was
Uh,
like, oh.
okay, guys, you have to give to their thing now because think of poor Emily. Like after 26 hours. Oh gosh.
And like everyone thinks that like it was all like glitz and glam, like I was completely fine like after I'd gone to bed and stuff. But for 3 days afterwards, I was like hobbling round, just like I couldn't walk properly. And like I think the first day I just hardly got out of bed. I was just like, no, no, I'm not getting out of bed. Leave me alone. I don't want to go on anymore in this world. And then, yeah, and then I hobbled around for a couple more days, and then the pain went away, and I walked again properly. And it was a massive relief to be able to walk again properly, because I had my nan sat there telling me horror stories like, you might not be able to walk again properly. You didn't train enough for this. You've probably screwed up your legs forever. And I was like, oh, don't say that.
Don't say that.
So, yeah. Donate to Let's Go Britain.
Mhm. Oh
Donate to Let's
gosh.
Go Britain, and I will probably cry in the thank you video.
Oh, you guys are doing a thank you video?
Yeah, we're gonna do a thank you video when we've got all the money together and booked the event, and then we'll just like break down in the video and just be like, thank you so much. So if you want to see that too, it's always fun to watch me cry. No one's really ever seen me cry.
Mhm. It just I still have to decide. Like I haven't given. I know I'm a horrible person. I was just trying to think of how much, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trying to. I'm like leaky and starkid summer, and I don't know
I
yet.
understand completely, but we just keep saying to everyone, like, literally at this point you could give us like £3 and we would probably shout your name from the roof and be like, you're the best person ever. You gave us £3. Because
Yeah.
we just get really excited whenever anyone donates. Even if it's like £1, we just like in our group text, we have like a group text stream, and we're just like, guys, someone donated £1 today. That's not even an exaggeration. We get very emotional when people donate.
So yeah. Um. So yeah, donate to that if you can. I'll have Emily send me some links so I can link to them in the the comment. I mean the thing. I want to say the doobly doo
Yes,
because I'm like John Green, the doobly doo.
the underbar down in the pants.
Down here where you can't down the bottom. Anyway,
Somewhere along here.
down there. Anyway, so yeah, I think we're gonna talk about Airport for Birds now.
Yes.
Um, yeah. So not to brag or anything, but I saw that live, and anyway, but it was really good. It was my first Starkid thing, seeing Starkid live, so first time seeing them live, and um, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the show. Like some of the sketches I think are hysterically funny. Like Mr. Wingley, I will never get over Joe Walker ever. But then you get to, like, Meredith puking into Brian's mouth, and I cannot get over it. It's not funny to me.
I have to admit, like, even though it's probably an unpopular opinion, I don't like that sketch as much as I'd want to,
I
because I
know,
don't find puke funny,
I
because
know.
I find it really disgusting, and I kind of have a fear of puke, so that sketch was like a bit like, for me.
I know. I want to love the sketch because I'm like, oh my god, Meredith is kissing on stage right now. Oh my god, you know? But then I just can't get over how gross it would be if somebody puked in my mouth.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
just
kiss
can't.
someone if they were puking in their own mouth. I'd probably be halfway around the block with a can
Mhm.
of like air freshener. Like, get away from me.
Mhm. Um, I wrote down a list of the ones that I like kind of remember. Um, oh, the one that I like really like, and it's probably just because I'm in love with Lord of the Rings, is when Lauren's like dancing for Dan, you know, and
That
like
is
she's like,
probably one of
I want to
my
dance for you, and and so she like starts doing this dance, and it's to the Jurassic Park theme song, and then she
That's
like
when
tries
it
to.
gets to Dragonheart and he's like, I don't know what this is, and she's like, nobody
No one
does.
does. I know, and but yeah, and the second one's Lord of the Rings, and I love that she like gets on the chair and kind of like looks like Gollum, and it just makes me so happy, and I just love that sketch so much.
And then at the end, the Schindler's List, and he's just like, no, no, bye. It's like, oh my god.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love the
Um,
opening though. The opening makes me really happy. I love the idea of like all of them just like running into each other. Like that was funny. I thought that was funny.
I really like the opening song, and I
Mhm.
just wanted to give like a shout out to George because this summer he did the Dan Strauss part, and he was amazing. They did the opening dance, and like I think Beth just like came up with some moves for a bit of it too. And yeah, they did that in the middle of Hyde Park, and George was fantastic as Dan Strauss.
I'm so excited to meet. He's going to Leaky, right?
Yeah, he is.
I'm very
That's
excited to
really
meet him.
exciting.
I'm very excited to meet George. I'm very excited to meet
We're
all
all
the
going to have a
England
little
people.
gang together. Yeah, all the England people are gonna have our own little gang. We're just gonna like wander around together, looking lost and hot and bothered
Yep,
and
all the England people, and then there'll be
crying.
me.
You can cry with us. True,
Yeah,
right?
it'll be fine. But yeah, anyway. And then, yeah, I really like the opening. And shout out to, like, Nick Gage, because he's amazing. And I miss
Yeah.
him. Come back from your cruise, Nick.
Come back from that quiz job thing. What even? That is a pretty cool job, though.
Hmm. Yeah, but,
Um,
and, I, another sketch I really like, the Dr. Farmer one. That is just
that's really
so
funny.
funny to me. It is hysterically funny to me because it's like just Meredith. It's just I feel like she would have really done that. Like if that had been her in that commercial or whatever,
Yeah.
I could just see her doing that. It's just
Yeah, I
so
don't
funny.
understand why it's so funny to me. It just really is.
Mhm.
And
A Dr.
I don't
Farmer.
know. Just Dr. Farmer, and then at the end she's like, and a teacher, and I was like, ooh.
Mhm. All right.
Um,
Do you have any sketches you really like?
I really like the opening, like you do,
Mhm.
and I really like the closing song too. Like I like the songs. That I think they're really, really good and funny.
Mhm.
And then like probably I really like the biggest fan sketch when Lauren and Jamie are like talking
Oh, the
to
Taylor
the
Swift
camera
fan.
about who's the biggest Taylor Swift fan. I just found that really funny because I wrote it down because it's one of my favorite lines in the whole show. Is when she's just like, I have a dog named Taylor and a cat named Swift, and they are best friends. I find that really funny.
Oh my gosh, that
Imagining her
whole
trying to make
thing.
her pets be the best friends,
Mhm.
threatening them.
That whole thing is so funny to me. I just
I
Jane,
found it
they
so
got
funny.
so into it, and I think that must have been, you know, when they did the Airport for Birds live stream when they were first talking about it,
Yeah,
and Dan was talking about, he's like, no, Brian was saying I liked when you brought in that sketch for Jamie and Lauren, and the way they did it was fine, and then you had them improv it, and it got so much better, or something. And I'm like, it must have been that. It must have been that one.
yeah. It's just really good and funny, and I just really like it as a sketch. I just think it's really good, and they acted it amazingly. So
And I think it's.
shout out to that scene.
I also kind of think it's funny because I feel like that might be how they see some of their fans.
I could,
Like
I could
some of
see
the really
that.
quick
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Like I'm like, I bet they think that sometimes. They're like, oh my god, this is, you know, we have some fans like this, and they're going to go insane. And like,
I just find it really funny, like at the start, because you know how like they're filming it, like it's a video, and I just find that really funny because I'm like, I could just imagine watching this on YouTube as like one of the like crazy people in the fandom, like any
mm-hmm.
fandom.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was like, I can see this like being a video that would exist on YouTube, and it probably already does, and that's
Uh-huh.
why I found it so funny.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like people aren't that crazy.
Yeah,
Um.
unfortunately.
So did you
Unfortunately, I don't know.
have you seen the sketches where Chris Allen is like the tree guy?
Yes, Woodman, isn't
Woodman. I
it?
was like, I don't remember his name. Oh my god. My mom and my sister went with me when I saw this. They did not think it was that funny. No, my sister did, but my mom thought it was so dumb, and I'm just like hysterically laughing at Chris Allen, like so hard, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Oh, it was
Oh
so funny.
dear.
Just
I
him,
do
like
find those
yelling
very,
in pain.
yeah. I
You
it
know?
shouldn't be funny, but it kind of is. Does that make us bad people?
Oh, yes, but that's okay.
Um,
One
I
of the
found
short
like
sketches.
all of the oh sorry.
No, go talk.
I was just gonna say I found like the little stripper Denise
Mhm.
scenes really funny. Like I just
Which
found
one?
those hilarious like every time they happen.
All of
Like
them?
she has one where she's a waitress and she like
Mhm.
starts to like do like really provocative moves and then like oh what's the other one? The
The
custody
lawyer. She's like a
battle
lawyer
when
person.
yeah yeah where she's like an intern and then when she's a midwife.
The
And the
midwife one
midwife
is
one
the
is
best
my
one.
favorite one when she's like, yeah, I named my baby after you. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the midwife one is the
I
best one.
lost it at that one. But
But
I
yeah.
found like those really funny too, and just like how everyone's reacting like really like oh outraged, and then the person that's hired her is just like oh she's such a good employee.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I really like those. And I like some of the small sketches they have. Like the one when Denise is like driving the car and then she gets pulled over and it's Dan and Brian and
Yeah.
he goes and he goes like hi, I'm,
Isn't it like
I'm the police, I'm officer, blah blah blah, and he's like, and this is my partner, whatever, and then he kisses him, and I'm like,
yeah, isn't it like I'm Officer Wilson and this is my partner Curtis, and then they like
something like that, and then he kisses him, and I'm like, what?
I was like
What just
that
happened?
I was like fair play, that was a really good play on words there. Because that was like this, like after the opening song, that was like the second sketch or something, wasn't it? And it was just like the first one was quite long, and then it was that one, and
Mhm.
really short and really to the point. And I was like, oh okay.
Another one of the ones that I really like that's a longer sketch is the Welcome to America one.
Yeah.
When they're like, you just have to complete this phrase, and it's like, one of them is like, Friday, Friday, gotta get down on, and then she's like, Friday, and she's got like an accent, and I don't remember the first one. What was the first one?
Oh,
I know the one when Nick Strauss like comes on.
there was like a Baby Bow one. I don't
What?
think that was the first one though, was it?
Well, I know the one
Oh
when Nick
no, it
Strauss
wasn't
comes
Baby
on.
Bell. It was like McDonald's, wasn't it? It was like
That's the one with Nick Strauss. Yeah, that's Nick Strauss
yeah.
when he gets yelled at, and he's like,
I don't know
and
where
they're
I
like,
got Baby
that's,
Bell from.
and then like when they're
Baby
talking to
Bell
him
on the
again,
mind.
then when they're talking to him again, they're like, can you complete this song? And they're like, Sweet Caroline, and he doesn't say but, and they're like, and he
They're
just like
like,
hits
go,
him.
what I. That was another one of my favorite lines in the whole show. Was even dinosaurs catch reruns. I
Uh,
just cracked up at that line. I was like, oh. That was a very funny sketch, though.
I love that sketch. It's just so like it's not true because I couldn't see it like actually happening, but like it's so stereotypically American, so it's just hysterical.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like the punchline was kind of lost on me a bit though, because I'm not American. Because the punchline is that he doesn't know the national anthem or something, and they're like, no one knows it. Welcome to America. And I was like, what?
Well, that's not true because I know the national anthem, but like I
Yeah.
guess a lot of people don't know that. I don't think that the ending part doesn't make sense to me really because I'm like, but I thought most people knew the national anthem just because of um because like when you go to baseball games and stuff, you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
So
I thought that everyone did know it in America, to be honest. That's why it was kind of lost on me, because I was like, wait, what? I was like, I've been led to believe that you all know the words. I'm so confused. I don't know. That was lost on me, but the rest of the sketch was really funny.
okay, so I just watched the sketch like on YouTube, and it was the first one was we will, and then it was rock you. They had to say rock you.
Ah, Queen. Good times.
Good times.
Another sketch that I really like, if we're still doing favorite sketches, is the
Yes.
Nintendo sketch. Because
Yes,
the
I
whole
wrote that
bit
down
with
because that's amazing.
yeah, with like Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, I just lost it at that. I just like, I don't know. The first time I watched it, I don't think I caught when she said like the child's name. So I was like, oh, what's happening? And then it was like Tom, and then it's like screw you, Katie Holmes or whatever. And I was like, oh, and then I found it really, really funny. But at first I was like, Katie, Tom, what's happening? And then there was like the Scientologist joke, and I was like, oh, Tom Cruise. And then I laughed for ages, really unattractively. Yep.
Yeah, I really, I really like that sketch too. I wrote down because and I like that song a lot. I like the Nintendo song.
Yes. I like all of the ones that involve songs because I just like the songs. They're really like quirky and funny.
Mhm. Um, one of the I like I like the perfume one
Oh, yeah, that
because
one's yeah.
it's like
That's
it's
something.
it's funny and then it gets like creepy kind of at the end because like they just because I don't really like those perfume commercials when they're suddenly like when they're just like ha ha and I'm like no that doesn't actually happen but it was funny. I liked how they were like we're gonna make these like scary like bad things that you're not gonna want.
Yeah. And when they were like, you only have this many eggs left, you should consider getting some frozen. I was like, okay, sure, okay.
Mhm.
So that one was pretty funny in a very creepy kind of way, if
Mhm.
that's possible. I think it's possible.
Um, I mean, there's some other sketches I wrote down on here, but I don't really like the Christmas lights one. Totally is true because I get really annoyed with people when they don't take down their Christmas lights.
See, I don't know whether it was just like the English person in me, but I felt really bad for him. Like, I wasn't laughing because I was like, stop bullying him.
But it's so true because it's like I
I
feel like
guess
in
it's because,
America we
like,
do judge them because they're like, how have you not taken these down yet?
yeah. I guess because in England, even if things annoy us, we don't really, like, tell people and we aren't very outright about it. We just silently seethe because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So when they were
Mhm.
having a go at him, I was like, this isn't funny. Stop being mean to him.
Mhm.
It's like, that's not English. Oh, wait, you're not English, okay.
But
I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah. That's the English perspective on that sketch.
um. Oh, I think a lot of the ones we're missing are probably like shorter sketches. Did you want to talk? Did you like the Mr. Wingley one? Because I kind of talked about that, but you didn't really.
Oh, I liked that sketch, yeah. I found it very funny and like the line when he's like 20,000 pounds, Jane, mount, mount. I was like, oh my. I didn't hear the rest of the sketch because I was laughing so much. Like I know that was like a little bit after like they went off stage, but I was laughing so hard that like I completely missed it. So I was just like, I've just made myself laugh just by saying it.
uh, it is so funny.
But I appreciated the fact that that sketch was in there
Yeah,
because
um,
I am
I
a bit
really
of a
like that. I
Jane
really
Austen
like that
nerd.
sketch though, like a lot. Joe Walker.
Yeah,
My mom hadn't like my mom thought some of them were like kind of funny and stuff, but then we get to that one and she's like, "That was the best sketch, hands down. Joe Walker's amazing." La la la. She was just like
that's
she
why all the
loved it.
mums love Joe Walker.
Mhm. It was. I
Charms
really
them
like.
all.
Mhm. I really like that sketch though. That one's a hysterical sketch to me, and I like that they did like a Jane Austen one because I'm just like Meredith loves Jane Austen so much.
Yeah. I was so happy they did one because I'm just a massive Jane Austen nerd too. So I was like, my dreams have come true. And then I just was laughing like the whole way through. And then I just, yeah, fell over at the end because I just found it really, really funny. Don't think anyone else found it as funny as I did.
Yeah. We were also talking about the how this was their first show that they live streamed.
Yes. Yeah, we were discussing that earlier before we
Yeah,
started,
before
weren't
we
we?
started, we were talking about how they live streamed it on stage it, and you had to pay like $5, I think,
Yeah,
to
it was a couple of pounds, so yeah, it would have been like $5 or $7 or something, maybe.
yeah,
At
and
a random guess.
and it wasn't the best thing because I don't think the Stage It website was the best thing
No.
to use because I don't think they understand the Starkid
Yeah.
fandom.
Didn't they say that they'd warned them loads that it was going to be like a high demand thing and that
I
they'd
feel like they
need
did.
really good servers or something, and then they
Yeah.
didn't listen to them? They were just like, yeah, yeah, whatever. And then that
hmm
happened, and they were like hella pissed off.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. It totally did because I remember because I feel like they were all like really angry after because they're like sorry about everything. We tried to like tell them that there's gonna be, but like
Yeah,
so we're gonna be like re-live streaming it so you guys can actually like be able to see it because if you
yeah.
guys didn't watch the live stream, it lagged and then it
It
would like black out
was
and
horrible.
then it was so bad and like it was like worse because everybody in the chat was like freaking out the entire time.
Which probably
Like
wasn't helping with that many
it wasn't healthy, I'm
people
sure.
like chatting in the chat and stuff. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I
sure
think
like
I had a conversation about the live stream with Denise at Invasion because I brought it up about how bad it was lagging, and she was saying how like embarrassed and upset they were about that. And I was like, it's fine. And like I just laughed it off with everyone, and everyone was jokingly turning it into a drinking game and stuff. And then you did the re-live stream anyway, so everyone was happy. So don't feel
I
bad
know
about it. It's
exactly.
like
It's
at
like you
least
re-live
you
streamed
sorted
it,
it
they don't
out
care.
for us.
Mhm.
Yeah. I still got to see the show, so I was happy, and that night was really funny for me because just watching everyone freak out, I don't know, probably wasn't as funny for the people that were freaking out, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they were able to live stream it because I think that made a lot of people happy that couldn't
yeah,
actually go see it because I know a lot of people always get pissed off. They're like, why can't you come and do things other places? And I'm like, do you realize that they really don't have
that
money?
costs so much money to do that. It would.
And
It was.
and StarKid is not like full of money. Like,
They aren't rich. They don't have a secret mansion in Chicago with like a helicopter and a swimming pool.
I mean, like they had to do a Kickstarter for Twisted last year for God's sake. I mean, like Nick and Matt do a lot of the stuff for free. Like
Yeah.
and like
Like
a lot of them do stuff for free.
I don't mind that it's all like Chicago based, but like I am very happy now they've started live streaming stuff because it's just really nice to be able to get to see it like actually live.
Mhm.
Like it's all really fun and stuff to like have buy the DVDs and like watch the DVDs, but like there's something about watching it live even though you're the other end of a computer like thousands of miles away. It's just something really nice about that, and it's kind of magical in a really cheesy way.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's nice because it's like when they do put them up on YouTube and stuff, it's like it's edited and like you can't I mean like it's not funny. Like sometimes it's funny to see them mess up. Like, it's just like nice to know that they aren't
Yeah,
perfect. And like um and it's nice for people who in the live streaming isn't always it's not as expensive as buying the DVDs, so sometimes, the people could just, who can't buy the DVDs can just, watch it.
Yeah. That's the other thing. I'm really glad they do digital downloads now as well, even though you don't get like the extra stuff. I really appreciate that because it costs like it sounds really silly, but it's actually kind of like expensive to get DVDs shipped over from America.
Mhm.
Like especially if you're just buying the DVD, it's like a long wait and a lot of post and packaging. So
Mhm.
I'm glad they do the digital downloads because now at least I can buy those and then wait until like buy the DVD and buy or something at like
Mhm.
a convention or when I'm chilling in Ann Arbor because I'm really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad that they've started live streaming. Like and I'm glad that they've like figured out a better way to do it
Yes,
because after
it's
the
all
first
very
time, it's
like
better now.
good now.
So
I feel like they've got that down now. Like
mhm.
they know what they're doing. They
And
got
I
their
think
stuff
that was an
together.
important thing for them to figure out
Yeah.
because
It
I
was a good
know they were
learning
getting a
curve.
lot,
Yeah.
and I think it was like a lot of people aren't satisfied with what they give us, even though they give us so much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were just trying to I like that they just always are trying to do new things and
Yeah, and like expand and like bring in new ways to like include like international
foreign.
fans or even fans
Mhm.
in America that maybe can't travel. Because like I
Mhm.
understand flights are really expensive, so even in America, there's no guarantee that you'll ever see Starkid live. So,
Mhm. Yeah,
because it's
exactly.
money, and like a lot of people don't have money, and like I'm lucky in the fact that I am an adult and I have a job, so I can afford to, if I save loads, to like fly over and see all this stuff and go to cons, and so
Mhm.
I'm count myself as quite a lucky fan because I have the opportunity to go to all these things because of my age and the fact I have a job and stuff. So, but I also feel sorry for the younger fans that have to be like, Mom, can I
Exactly.
borrow like $20 so I can get this DVD?
Mhm.
And then there's just me that's like throwing hundreds of dollars at them, like, take it all. I don't need it anyway.
I know, I know. I always feel so lucky because I'm just like, even though I just found them like 2 years ago, I'm just like, I'm so lucky. I live in Michigan. They all went to school in Ann Arbor, like an
Yeah,
hour away from me. Like I am the luckiest StarkidPodcast fan to like just have found them and like am able to do so much. And
yeah.
I I
It
just
makes you thankful.
it makes me so thankful. I'm just like, oh, and like Chicago's like not that far away, and it's just so nice. And like I kind of want them to be able to I kind of want them to be able to move to LA or New York, but I don't because then that would be never me going to see them. Because I feel like if they
Yeah.
moved, they might be able to get more popular, but I don't know if that's actually true and
Yeah. I think Chicago is
stuff
quite a
like that.
good base to have, though, isn't it? Because it's
I
very
mean, I think it's a
theatre
I think I think it's a
references.
good base to have, but also I think so many of their actors are moving
Oh
to
yeah,
LA
like
and New
yeah,
York. Like Jim and Brian and Joey and Corey and Joe and who else is in
lots
LA?
of people.
There's so many people in LA.
Did you say Dylan?
Dylan and Darren. I can't say Darren, but I can. I'm saying him. And
Yeah,
like there's just I mean, I think I want them to be able to like move to LA. Like if they had enough money to do that, I think that might be a smarter choice. But also, it's like I don't know if it is.
yeah. On a more selfish level, I don't want them to because LA is an 11-hour flight, whereas Chicago is only an 8-hour flight. So
Mhm.
That's just my selfish view in the fact that I don't like long plane journeys, and I'm like, no, don't go any further away, please.
I mean, I don't want them to move because there's no way in hell I'm going anywhere near LA. But if it's better for them, I want them to go.
Yeah,
Like, if they can keep doing shows and make more money and like make this a better job for them because I know that a lot of them have to do a bunch of other things, then I
yeah,
want them to do that. I mean, like I think that's why
yeah,
so many of them have moved.
yeah. If it
It's
made it
because
like less stressful and like more successful, then I'd be like, go for it because
mhm.
it would be a smart business decision in that case. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know the details, so I can't say for sure. But if it was, I'd say like, don't worry about pissing off the fans that live near Chicago. Just go for it.
Yeah. I mean like so many of and it's like I feel like there's more jobs for the rest of them because I mean I don't want all of them to like be doing non-acting jobs when they could be living in LA and getting acting jobs
Yeah,
and
like
stuff like
more
that.
opportunities and stuff.
Yeah. And not just with StarkidPodcast, but just like in general. Like I want them to do what they
Yeah,
want. But
do what's best
anyway,
for their careers.
we we so got on a tangent there, but that's okay.
It was a good
Um,
tangent though.
it
It
was
was
it was
related.
informative.
Yeah. Now everyone knows our opinions and they can either yell at us or agree with us. It's great.
We never get opinions from the fans though, so it doesn't really matter.
I
Even though
think
I
people
want
try
them.
to give us opinions.
I
Like,
want the fans' opinions. I just never get
yeah,
them. I ask all the time. Give me what you want from this podcast. I want to know if you hate it. Do you like it? Just say something.
I'm very vocal about how I feel about the podcast, which is
I
probably
know.
why I've
Emily's the
ended
only
up on
one.
it so much, because I'm just like really into it. I'm like, yeah, guys, podcast! And they're like, best friend, come be on it all the time.
I know, and it's
I'm
like
a very
awesome because
vocal person. I talk
and
about my opinions a lot.
and it's awesome because it's like I didn't know you before the first podcast you were on, and now it's like I feel like we're like such good friends now. I'm like
Yeah,
Emily.
and we're gonna meet in the summer, and
And I'm
it's just
so
great.
excited. We're gonna meet in like 2 months, and I'm gonna die.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Yeah, guys, you want to hear? I'm thinking about getting a press badge for Leaky and stuff, so I can get interviews and the such. So if
And I'm
anyone has
gonna be
gotten
like the intern.
A LeakyCon press badge, inform me on how it's done.
Yes. Send us some opinions about leaky corn press badges that you know, and facts and stuff, and
Because
about
I
what you
don't.
thought about the rest of the podcast too, because that would be nice.
Mhm. Yeah, Emily and I want opinions. We want to know if we should change what we're doing.
Yes,
And
we do this to get opinions and conversation started, but no one wants to start a conversation with us, and
yeah,
we want to know what you
we want
think.
we want to get more viewers. We want to, engage with the fandom. We're doing this for the fandom. We're not doing this for the Star Kids, even though we love them. And if they're watching right now, I'm sorry, we are doing it for you. But it's like we're
we're,
doing it
we're
so that
yeah, we're doing it to like for their fan base, so I guess it is kind of them in a way, but we're doing it to like inform the fan base and start discussion, like intelligent discussion about like all the shows and stuff, and
and yeah, what we
everyone can
think
have an
about.
opinion, and
Yeah.
instead of just like a few character comment on like the YouTube video that's like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like we want to have a conversation about it. Let's discuss.
Exactly. We want exactly. We want to be able to have people express their opinions and not get yelled at for them, and all
Yeah,
that stuff. We
this
want
is a
just
safe place to talk about your
it's safe.
opinions.
It's a safe environment.
It's
No
safe fun
opinion frozen.
environment. the adult in me is coming through. It's like, children,
Oh,
this is a safe and fun environment. You can tell me your opinions, I'll listen, and I'll
oh,
talk to you.
on a unrelated note, when I went to Airport for Birds, um, I gave Dan Strauss a T-shirt that the Emily that is usually on the podcast with me, um, Starkid Ranger, which I don't think that is her Twitter name anymore. But we used to be like really close and we don't really talk anymore, but I really like you and I wish you would talk to me again. Anyway. And then who else? Somebody else did it with us and I don't remember who the other person was. But,
Wait,
we
the
designed a
podcast you've
t-shirt.
done it with?
No, it wasn't just the podcast. It was
Oh,
for
okay.
it was last year when I went to Airport for Birds. I ordered a T-shirt and we designed a T-shirt for Dan Strauss because remember on the live stream they did and somebody said I love Dan Strauss, let's make T-shirts for him. And I was
Yeah.
like, why not? Let's make a Dan a T-shirt. So me and a couple other my like Twitter friends, Emily and like a couple other people, we designed a T-shirt. It has like a pigeon on the front because he said his favorite bird was a pigeon, and um, or he said that he would want to be a pigeon or something. I don't remember exactly what the question was. And then there was like a StarkidPodcast logo on it and some other stuff, and then on the back was like our Twitter handles and then like a picture of the Airport for Birds cast.
Yeah.
And I gave that to him when I went to the show. And he said he liked it. And then when I went to Judas, he said he like wore it all the time and stuff. I'm like, you liar. You do not wear that all the time because I promise you that people do not wear fan-made T-shirts that look so dorky out in public.
Oh my
But
God.
thank you for lying to me.
I just like when you were saying like the pigeon thing, I was like, if he wants to be a pigeon, he would do very well in London because pigeons pretty much run the show in London. Like they could take over London if they wanted to. So there you go. New dream for Dan Strauss: become a pigeon and take over London.
That's funny. But yeah, so yeah, when I went to Airport for Birds, it was amazing. I got to meet Lauren, Joe Walker, Jamie, um, Joe Moses, and Joe Moses was there seeing the show. Dylan, I got to meet Dylan. Dylan was seeing the show. Dan, I met him. I didn't meet Meredith. I didn't meet Denise. I met Julia Albane. Oh, I met Nick Gage. I love meeting Nick Gage. He was so funny. I was wearing my StarKid t-shirt that like on the side it like says StarKid down it, but it's got like music notes by it. And I guess Nick, when he signs his name, he always signs his ends with like a music note. And when he saw the music notes, he was like, "Oh, hey, can I sign your shirt?" Like right on my boob. He like asked, he like put, and I was like, "Yes, you can sign my shirt right there and touch me." And and so he was like, "Excuse me" or whatever, and he like wrote Nick Gage on it. I was like, I'm like dying the entire time.
That's so cool.
But yeah.
This whole conversation is just making me think about how awful I am at first impressions with people. Because, I mean, like, the first time I met Joey, my friend was like, Emily's so drunk right now. And, he was walking, he, like, just sat
You were
down and I
drunk?
just went, yeah, it was invasion. And my friend was like, Emily's so drunk right now. And then Joey sat down and then I went, shut up, I'm not drunk. Like, before he could even say anything, like, oh, hi, I'm Joey, I was just like, shut up, I'm not drunk. That was that first impression. And then another killer first impression is when I was in Chicago for Judas, I was sat at the bar, and Brian Rosenthal came and stood next to me, and I didn't know he was there. I turned around to, like, get the bartender's attention, saw him, like shat myself because it scared me so much, and then fell off the stool.
Oh my god!
Like, it wasn't even in like a, oh my god, it's Brian Rosenthal way. It was like a, I genuinely didn't know he was there, and it scared the crap out of me away. And this is why I shouldn't be allowed to meet people, because my first impressions are just horrendous.
That is so funny. That is so funny. When I met Joey, he was at the airport for birds, but I didn't get to meet him because we were in a hurry and I could only. My last person I met was Nick Gage or Joe Walker, I think, and then we left. And I met Joey at Twisted because he was, funnily enough, going to see that when I went to see it. And I'm like, I've been to shows Joey hasn't been in, and he's been at both of them. But it was right before Judas, obviously, and he was like, and I think I had gotten my Judas Redux bracelet from the Kickstarter, and I was wearing it, and he's like, oh, are you going? And I was like, I want to so bad, and he's like, where do you live? And I was like, in Michigan. Oh my god, just take the train down. You have to come. Like, all this other stuff, and I was like, mother of God, now I have to come, because Joey's like, Emily, you have to come. And Joey's like personally asking me to come.
You have to go.
When
He
did you
invited
go?
you, that means you have to. I went, okay, wait. It was like the
It was the end of August, beginning of
first week
September.
of September?
You went the first week in
Yeah,
September?
it was like, I was there, no, it must have been just after the first week, because I was there for closing night,
Oh, dang, okay.
and then I
I was
flew
like
back
there
a
at the
couple of
beginning.
days after
Okay.
closing night.
I was like, if you
Yeah.
were there and I was
So
there,
I
I
was
was gonna
there
be
then.
angry.
Yeah, man, imagine if we'd just been in the same room and just hadn't known because we didn't know who each other were.
Well,
That would just be really bad.
that happened to me at Airport for Birds. There's an American StarkidPodcast named Anna. Do you know her, Anna?
Yeah, I think so. I follow a lot of people on Twitter. They don't know
Yeah.
who I am. I just kind of follow them.
Yeah, Anna, she's a younger StarkidPodcast. She's going to LeakyCon, and she's like one of my good friends. And hi, Anna, if you're watching. Anyway,
Hi.
she's really nice. She was at the thing I was at, but I didn't really know her then. And then like afterwards, I like met her and stuff. I mean, we talked on Twitter after, and she was like, "Yeah, I was at Airport for Birds on like March 3rd," and I was like, "No, you weren't. I was at Airport for Birds on March 3rd. How? Why did we know each other now?"
Oh my gosh. That happened to with so many people over here too, because we were all, like, so many of us were at Invasion, but I knew no one back when I went to Invasion. Like, I knew my best friend that was going with me because we live in the same town, like 5 minutes from each other. So we went together. We knew no one else there. And then we made friends with like these 4 other people, and then we didn't talk to anyone else like at all. And then, like, all these months later, I became really good friends with all these people. And they were like, I was at Invasion. And I was like, so was I. I was probably the person running around screaming about Jungle Snap. And they were like, oh, yeah, I remember you. It's like, yeah. We were all in the same building for a weekend, and we didn't really know each other. It was beautiful. And then there's going to be like G4 where we all know each other, and it's going to be horrendously awkward for all of the guys that are there because we're all going to know each other and they're going to be like ganged up on by us because we're all just going to sass them.
You guys, we have got updates on Twitter. They go on sale on Sunday.
I can do Sunday.
And
I'm not
the
doing
season
much else.
passes are only $75. Ah!
Are they? Holy crap. I mean, I didn't say that.
Here, this is what it says.
Am I allowed to say crap?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
It says, which will get you a ticket to each show, an exclusive signed poster that won't be for sale, and a tour backstage. Oh my god, I need this. My life needs
I am
this.
so getting one of those. I am so up for this.
Oh, and you get to reserve this.
I'm so excited. I am
Season passes get first priority.
2. Can you get more than one? Because I might get just 2, so I can go Saturday and Sunday.
Probably. I'm sure you can get more than one because if you were going with people.
Yeah, I'll have to get 4 then because I have to pay for my mum's probably. And then I'll get another one so I can drag my friend along that's in Chicago at the same time as me. Like, come with me.
I'll have to see because I want to go with my sister or my cousin, but I don't know if they're going to want to pay $75 because I'm not paying for them. That's not happening. But they might just like, the thing is like if we do that thing, then I'll have to, I don't know, so much planning that I need to do that I don't have time to do. But
We
anyway,
still haven't finished planning the road trip. I just know what dates we're getting to Chicago. It's gonna be a lot. I need to plan that, actually. That's a thing. Road trips. For
but
anyone
yeah,
that didn't know, I'm road tripping around America for 4 weeks in the summer.
yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, um, we're excited now because now we know when things are going on sale and how much it'll be, except we
Yeah.
don't know
And it's
how
cheaper than
much
we
the seats.
predicted, which is
Hmm.
always good.
What?
I said it's cheaper than we predicted, which is always good.
I
It
think
would have
it's
been
cheaper.
embarrassing if it was more expensive.
I think it might be cheaper because they can't have us pay for the tickets for the show. I don't think they can have us pay for the Star Wars one because
Oh
it's a
yeah,
parody of
probably, yeah.
something that's copyrighted.
Probably.
I think
Which is
that's
probably why they're like doing it to make a bit more money without actually selling tickets for that one,
yeah,
maybe.
that's probably why they are, which makes sense.
Which is very smart. I'm impressed. Well done, guys. You won't watch this, but I am impressed with your business minds.
Mhm.
Good job.
But yeah, next time we'll be talking about 1, 2, 3 ever, and I think Phoebe's gonna be here. I talked to her; she should be here. I'm not sure, but because
And I'll
things
be
got messed up
watching
last
from the
time, and like
sidelines,
Phoebe and I got
shouting.
miscommunicated and stuff, and and then hopefully after that, Emily will be done with exams. I'm hoping. I don't know when she gets done, but I'm hoping she'll be done soon so she can be on
She
again
did,
because I miss her.
she's doing GCSEs, right?
I assume.
Um, well, A levels usually finish like the end of June, so she'll
No,
be
mother of
done
God.
before that because it's GCSEs. So maybe by the end of the month for GCSEs? I'm not sure. Or
Good. That
no, it
should
might
only
no,
be.
it might be June actually. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember like 16-year-old exam times, and this is really hard, and it was only 4 years ago. It might be a couple weeks in June, maybe she might be done if it's
So we might have
GCSEs.
to do 2 more without her. Okay, that should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be
It
doing one.
depends what exam she has, yeah.
We'll be doing 1, 2, 3 ever next week, and I'm very excited about that one because I like 1, 2, 3 ever a lot better than Airport for Birds because I am a '90s baby and I really love
Same. I love
90s.
it. 90s babies for the win.
So
Yeah.
I like, and I really like those, and I have that sketch DVD, so I'll probably be able to like watch it and figure out more than I was with Airport for Birds because I haven't really seen that show since last year, so that's
Yeah.
probably why we didn't have a lot to talk about with that. But
Well, I watched it right before we came on, so I hope I did a good job.
yeah, you had a lot more to talk about than I did. I was kind of like, yep, I liked this sketch, and I liked this sketch, and I didn't like the puking Meredith sketch.
Opinions. Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, and then the week after that, I think we'll be talking about Jim and the Pueblos and Charlie and Kay. Um, I know, I'm excited. And then we'll probably be talking about like individual StarkidPodcasts since we were finished with the rest of the stuff.
Awesome.
I know, I'm
Sounds
excited.
fun.
Mhm. But
You
yeah,
totally
they
get
should
me
all
on the one
be.
to talk about the langs.
I know, it's gonna be hard to figure
Self
out.
plug. I'm plugging myself.
But yeah,
Get me on the show again.
yeah, if you guys liked this video, then share it. I don't care if you thumbs up or anything. Just share it and like tell us what you think about it. And like, if you liked it,
Yes,
then
send us
thumbs up. You
pictures.
know, if you liked it, it's good. I want you like tweeting about it and like putting it on Facebook and like everywhere. Um,
I like a good
and
debate. Let's start a debate. Just hit me up on Twitter at Never Waste Night. Let's start a debate together about something.
yeah,
If you
hit me up.
disagree, just kill me and let's discuss.
Yeah, and hit me up at either Starkid Podcast or at Starkid Emily with an IE. And
Yeah,
yeah,
with an IE.
um, but yeah, so thanks to Emily for being on this podcast because she's super awesome and it's always great to have her on. And we hope you guys liked this
I had a
episode.
blast again. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We always love having you.
Yeah.
And and we'll see you next weekend, hopefully. Maybe not right on the weekend because that's Memorial Weekend, but hopefully sometime that week. So the May 20 something rather, like late 20s, like the 26th that week. Should be a podcast coming up that day. That week. Okay.
Put it in your calendars. Get excited. Yeah.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.